Welcome to Creamer Media's Resources Watch, a weekly video roundup of the events and people making and shaping the news in the mining industry. This week, South Africa's Mineral Resources Minister says a state mining company won't be privileged. Unions will take legal action against Aurora, and a new institute will boost the mining sector's research and development capacity. Mineral Resources Minister Susan Shabangu has assured investors that the state mining company will be treated in the same way as any private sector mining company is treated, and has been created to function strategically as a coal supplier to help prevent future energy shortages.
There's no intention of creating a state-owned mining company which will be privileged. People think that there'll just be a process of granting them rights without the due process. We can't accept. If they're not compliant, we're going to refuse or reject them like any other private sector companies. The state decided on doing this because we felt that we need a state-owned mining companies to identify strategic minerals. Part of the challenge we had when we had the load shedding, it was because the rest and the bulk of the coal in South Africa was locked on long-term contracts externally. So we also have to consider that particular aspect. We have an energy crisis because of some of those gaps. So we're closing on the gaps. We are saying if we had more of consumption from the South African side, then I don't think we would have suffered. Would have experienced load shedding. So we're addressing those issues and making sure that the state plays a strategic, it's business, commercial, but strategic participation in the mining sector.
Will that company also pay tax?
Well, they'll have to follow. If you look at Petro SA, if you look at all other state-owned mining entities, they pay tax. How do they get exempted? They cannot be exempted. They'll have to play a role. They'll have to contribute in paying tax. If you look at Alexco, one of their major challenges currently, they haven't been paying tax. They haven't been exempted. They'll have to pay tax.
Two South African labour unions, the National Union of Mine Workers and Solidarity, have vowed to drag Aurora Empowerment Systems to the Labour Court over the non-payment of its workers at the Grootvlei and Orkney mines.
The NUM has joined hands with Solidarity. We're extremely disturbed by this turn of event that, as you have correctly indicated, that is almost 2 years now that these workers has not been getting a normal salary, or where they've worked they've not been paid. We want to be very aggressive to ensure that the master attend to these non-compliance of Aurora, especially having failed to meet the conditions as promised through the liquidators. Secondly, we're saying that the mine must be auctioned so that workers can find payment through these sales, or somebody might come up through that auction and operationalize the mine so that workers can get future employment, and we just write off the past. There's little we can do. Alternatively, if workers are given this mine to operationalize it, where they can get the backup maybe from IDC and other state institutions, that might be another option to ensure that workers can get an earning and also tax to the state.
The launch of the South African Minerals to Metals Research Institute will increase the local mining industry's research and development capacity, which should place the mining industry back in the spotlight.
These are the types of interventions by DST and other relevant departments that are necessary for a range of socio-economic reasons. They will ensure that South Africa has the necessary scientific and technical knowledge to exploit its mineral wealth more intelligently. Secondly, they will enable us to increase our human capital base, particularly the production of high-end skills and the participation of designated groups in the production of new knowledge and discovery solutions. Third, they will also go a long way in enhancing our capacity to produce cutting-edge technologies for mining and related activities. And fourth, these interventions by the state and its various agencies will put us in a position to increase our economic output, enhance our global competitiveness, and ultimately improve the quality of our people's lives.
For mining news as it breaks, stay logged onto miningweekly.com and register for our free daily newsletter.